between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense will go on the attack first. And here comes Darian Mensah. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race. There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. So Florida State's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes Ashton Daniels. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Quick spin on the run. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
Well, a lot of people in Florida State really excited about Quintravion Wisner coming in over from Texas to fit into this offense. Obviously, a very disappointing year last year, David. And with Wisner and his game-breaking ability with his speed, they're really expecting a lot of explosive plays from their transfer running back.
Man, it's so much excitement last year when you started and you beat Alabama, and like everybody was pounding their chest, and then everything's really changed since that point. Norvell back calling plays. You know, he is obvious.
Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action, maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now,
caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Noles! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
and that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They give it back to him. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Here's Mensah to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and long here. He's looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Canes are marching down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to throw on 1st. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. The give on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Throwing, Mensah. A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Looking for the tie with the extra point. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been plugged the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might as well run him again. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the 1st quarter. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. RPO complete. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to establish the run. Past the 6. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Noles want to move quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Under pressure. He's on the move. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down. But there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
Got a little grip, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Breaks into the open. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, it's Fletcher. Fights off a defender. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Right side, it's Fletcher. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Mensah. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Rolls right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. The Hurricanes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Quarterback's treating this like a free play. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Fletcher. Touchdown, Hurricane! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, those ones that you've got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it, or in this case, way too much on it, and overthrow the speedster.
And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Trying to get started. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Turning it on. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Here's Mensah to throw. Still looking to his right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that was too high and too wide. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. On the move, it's Fletcher. Got the first down. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. Moves the pocket. It's Daniels. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And he gets it away.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell out.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. In traffic, it's Boggs. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just had to get rid of it.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Left side is Lopez. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Drops back on first down. Out wide right, it's Boggs. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Look out! He's sacked! This defense all over him! We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is out of the way.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quick give. It's Fletcher. He's past the marker. Smashes through the tackle. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's the Sooners engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Now back to your game at Hard Rock Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Lets it fly. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And the returner will be brought down. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Straight ahead, it's Fletcher. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Hits the hole. It's Fletcher. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Throwing, Mensah. Rushes on. Complete to the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Fresh center down's going to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Canes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Tough run here, it's Fletcher. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Miami! His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sells to fake. Lucky to get it off.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back to pass, it's Daniels. On the run, fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Mensah. Out wide left, it's Vaughn. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fletcher. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. And the Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. It's inside. It's Fletcher. Runs through the tackle. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. The Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're all over it. Turns it upfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. They'll go to the air. Buying time to his right. Trying to find the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown Hurricanes. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Hauls it in. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw one first. He'll get rid of it. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play them.
He'll take a deep shot here. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's Mensah to throw. Left side is Lofton.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The sure hands, it's Pringle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another 1st down and yet another big gain. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Throwing, Mensah. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He makes a catch. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains.
Man, it's kind of crazy. That's only the 2nd time we've called his number, called his name, like his 2nd catch of the day. We're used to this guy really impacting a football game, and this offense has to do a better job finding him, featuring him, giving him chances to make plays.
2nd and long here. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Right on target this time. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Burrowing for yardage. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Really good job running the ball, getting that 1st down. Now here comes the tempo.
Oh, pressure's coming. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
The screen, he can go. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their 1st. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Drops back on 1st down. In the backfield, it's Riles. Could not make his way to the corner. The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. 3rd and long right here. Back to throw, it's Daniels. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Got to make the play on 4th. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Mensah. Rush right in his face. Finds a man on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Canes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Intercepted to stop the threat. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. After this, it'll be a wrap. Fresh setter downs going to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24.
How about the bomb along downfield, all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So